loaning me the books.
When I was 9 months old, I had fever, and my family took me to a doctor. He gave me a shot, and the next morning my legs would not support me. I had polio. My family did not have money for follow-up treatment. We were Afghan refugees living in Pakistan without even enough money for food. My younger brother tried to earn money by doing anything he could, like clothing people's trash and selling it. One day he got sick, so my mother had no option but to take me in her arms and sit beside the street, begging so she could take him to the doctor. Finally, after a long time, a kind-hearted man gave her a fair amount of money so she could take my brother to a doctor. Until now, every time my mother prays, she remembered that man and prays for him as well. When I was 7 years old, my mother took me to a German doctor who was working bravely at a hospital helping Afghan refugees for free. He operated on my knee, but he made a mistake and operated on the wrong one. Whenever my family went to a party or wedding, they told me I could not go because people would laugh, point, and mock me. I stayed alone at home and talked with the walls. Sometimes I cried. I did not go outside because I could not walk. I could not walk on my feet. I walked with my hands. I felt so lonely. I wished that I was never born, since I could not walk, run, and enjoy life like other kids my age. I asked myself, why I came to be in this world? When I was 9 years old, I lost my grandmother. When my family and I were at my grandmother's house for her funeral, suddenly my aunt pointed at me and said, "Why? Why didn't she die instead? She cannot walk and she of no use. Why she hasn't she dead instead?" It was like the whole world collapsed on me. Every Eid, all my siblings got new clothes and new gifts. One day I didn't tell my mom and I went outside. The children started laughing at me, teasing me and hurt me, and my head became bloody. I walked with my hands back home, and then my mom was very angry at me. When I was 12 years old, we came back to Kabul from Pakistan. I still stay home, but I started to read books and magazines. I was 13 years old. I went to the Red Cross. They gave me crutches. Then I attended school for the first time and began with the 4th grade. I went to the Red Cross again and they put both of my legs from toe up in a cast. I was in the cast for 6 months. It was difficult, but I continued to go to school and became first in my class. I had another operation, and then I could walk with crutches. One day, I was on my way to study in Kabul when a girl named Wajma told me she was working for a man from America who had seen me on the road and wanted to meet me. I'm his assistant, she said, and gave me his card. When I went to the office, I saw an old American man. "He's my boss and wants to talk with you," Wajma said. At that time, I couldn't speak English, so she translated for us. He said he wanted to help me by having me come to his office to learn English. I talked with my family, and they agreed. I went to learn English every day and made many friends there. I called the American man my grandfather, and he helped me get accepted into Solace for Children, a program in America for medical treatment. So I went to live with host family in North Carolina for 6 weeks. While I was there, I sent an email to my American grandfather and told him I wanted to learn more English and then return to America for my education. I don't know Sana, he said. He couldn't promise me, but he would try. I told him I want to work in his office because I want to support myself. Again, he said, I don't know Sana. I can't promise. In North Carolina, I made a song up like, I'm so happy, I'm so free, I'm so happy, look at me. When I returned to Kabul and saw my American grandfather, he surprised me. I can give you some work. He gave me the job of database manager and allowed me to live in the girls' dormitory at Sola. I also began to learn American Sign Language. One day, my friend asked me, Sana, why you're so sad? I said, because I don't think I have the chance to go back to the United States to study. But then I found out that my American grandfather and Solace for Children had found a host family in Indiana who would care for me while I was in the United States for my surgery. I would have several surgeries over a period of some years, and I would be able to study English. God gave a smile to my daughter today, he said when he told me. I got my visa. Finally, the day came when I was to leave. It hurt my heart to say goodbye to everyone. And I thought my American grandfather wanted to cry too. It was hard to say goodbye to my family, especially my mom. Sola and Solace for Children are very important in my life. Sola taught me that I can do anything. Most importantly, to be loved and to love. Solace saved my life through my difficult back surgery. Solace arranged with Parkview Hospital to donate the expense of my back surgery and cost of a knee surgery that I will have this summer. When I arrived here, I got 4-year scholarship from Bishop DeWinger so that I can get an American education. I love the teachers and students at Bishop DeWinger. I am very excited about my days in Indiana, but I miss my American grandfather and my friends and my family in Afghanistan. I will never forget them. They are always in my heart. This is just part of my life story. This is the real story, but this is not the end. Wait for the end.